Well, here is my Batman damned review. And it might actually be a damned review. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm going to start right off saying I didn't like it. So there might be spoilers. I'm not going to praise a lot of it. I'm going to praise some still. I do find good in things. For one, this is what we have here is a trade hardback of a three-part series called Batman Damned. And it's Batman Damned because we don't know if he's been damned, if he's dead. Did he kill the Joker? And that's how it starts off. We don't know. Actually, even know if he's dead or not. And there's a pretty famous scene that made this book infamous that people really took the wrong way when it first came out because all they saw was an image and they had some weird conclusions about what was happening. But first of all, what I don't like, and I'm not gonna, is this book. The imprint is DC Black Label. I don't like that. Basically, there was an imprint from DC called Vertigo. Anyone who knows comics knows Vertigo. It was Sandman and Preacher and everything that was edgy, everything that was 18 and over from DC. It was their 18 and over label. It ran for 25 years. People knew what it was. It did not need to be changed to Black Label. It seems like the only reason they changed it to Black Label was to be able to bring in regular DC characters, but they could have done that. So it's stupid. They did it at times. They could have done it more. Because so far they've done this, and there's a Harleen book, and I guess a Joker. You know, it's all regular mainstream DC stuff. They're not bringing in new ideas like Preacher and all that into this Black Label now. But the idea is this is an 18 and over book, which makes the controversy that much more ridiculous. Now I don't know if you have to be 18 to purchase it by any rules, but comic book stores, by and large, are very responsible, and they would not sell this to a 12-year-old. Although, because it's filled with swearing, and it's got a Batarang in it. That's right, I said a Batarang. It's nice. It's nice looking. Brian Azzarello and Bermejo he's a beautiful artist. Brian's a great writer. He's written some wonderful things like 100 Bullets and some Superman work and other stuff. He's a good writer. He knows what he's doing. His Wonder Woman's fantastic. He's an Eisner winner. He's written great things, and Bermejo is a beautiful artist, and the art is only hurt because the story's so bad. Now, I've heard the reason the story is so bad was editorial kept stepping in and wanting to change things. When you hear that happens, you know you're getting a movie like Suicide Squad or something that's just a mess. And this book is just a mess. It's a gorgeous mess. I mean, look at this cover. You got Batman with a little coming through of a city on fire in the background. It's because it's a vellum dust cover on it with a city on fire behind him. Very, very clever, nice idea. It's a beautiful presentation. The art is beautiful. And it made the news a lot last year when the individual copies came out. And they're a bigger book. It's a magazine-size format. Just bigger. And so the first issue went up quite a bit. It sells for quite a bit. One, because it's a bigger book, and when bigger books get shipped by Diamond, they get shipped with the same books, so they're going to get damaged. The smaller books will cause bends and tears. And people didn't order a ton of I ordered Batman numbers, regular but not tons, not knowing that this would have what it has in it. But that first issue, it sells ridiculously for about $75. I stand for $65 to $85 for the first issue. Strangely, I saw the entire set, 1 through 3, as long as that uncensored first issue was in the set, sold for $85. The first issue sells for about $75. Tells you the value of issues 2 and 3. They're worthless. For good reason. It's not a good story. And the problem is, I don't mind you don't know what's happened, Problem is, you never know what's happening. But first of all, here was the controversy that launched this book into the news and into big sales. And not why I bought it, but why I knew about it and figured it would be a good book to read and review and see if it's good. There's a little glare there, but if you see, that's Batman. Comes into the cave after fights and meeting people and whatnot. Takes off all his clothing. And this, in the original version, you could see his Batawang. That was it. An 18 and older book had some frontal nudity. Vertigo's been around for 25 years. They've had full frontal male nudity for 23 of those 25 years, I'd want to say. It may have taken a year or two. I don't know. They may have had it in Sandman in the first few times it went Vertigo. I know Sandman 8 was pretty... That was the serial killer book, though. I don't think that had that. Anyways, so that's it. It's not that it was full frontal nudity. It was Batman's penis. And so that's the big controversy. There's other things in this book that should be controversial, like the story. Why is it so bad? The cutscenes. Every once in a while you cut to Bruce Wayne as a boy. Let's just get off that. That's the censored picture. They shadowed it out. Supposedly the story is that they always draw the appendage and then shadow it out, which doesn't make sense. They don't do that. I've known artists that's not done. Especially not, I've seen the original image. If they did it, it would be kind of an outline of a peen. It would not have been as veiny as they showed it. I mean, it was a graphic picture, but still, that was it. That one panel makes this book suddenly worth $80. Crazy to me. Because it's not worth it in any other way. And that's just, and certainly is not unusual to see that appendage in a comic book that's made for adults, just because it's Batman's. So there's a lot of characters that come in: Zatanna, Constantine, Swamp Thing, Deadman, a lot of the magic universe. And they're trying to help Batman, I guess, figure out if he's alive or dead. And that whole nudity scene is he comes into the Batcave after everything has happened and he thinks he's dead, actually. And he asks his computer to scan his entire body. Because there's a lot of speculation. Does Batman just hang around the cave nude? Is that what he's always doing? And, but no, it looks like he comes in and he has a thing that can scan him. And he probably does that every night, and it looks for new injuries that happened while he was out doing his stuff. It's kind of a clever idea. They just didn't need to show that. I mean, it didn't matter either way, but, So you get these characters, and the other part, but the problem is that a lot of times it cut. I'm getting old, disjointed too. What you'll get a lot is them cutting to him as a young boy and his life, but they're abrupt cuts that make no sense. I mean, you can have abrupt cuts, you can have things that but they somehow should further the story, and they don't. They don't give you anything except flashback to a day in the life of young Bruce Wayne. Didn't mean anything to me. Oh, there's a scene with Constantine here. He's sitting in a church waiting for the bat. And you see, that's how you know Joker's still maybe alive. He painted a smile on the crucifixion's face. That didn't bother me. It's just the peen. What bothered me was when they brought in Harley Quinn. And I mentioned in another review that Harley Quinn is one of my favorite characters that they don't know what to do with ever. They really do have troubles with her. And in this, I mean, this should have been this is terrible. Apparently in this universe, because this does not take place in the regular DC continuity, of course. In this universe, Harley is in love with the Joker still, she's upset with Batman for killing the Joker. So as you can see, what she decides to do is capture Batman, knock him down, and attempt to rape him. The big licking and and it's like that's they've made that girl come along so far, and in this book it's just like that's it. You're just gonna over sexualize her, and that's how she's gonna avenge her man is raping Batman. That's weird. It's just stupid stuff that this book doesn't need. She could come after him. Making her still with the Joker was a bad call. Anyhow, putting her in the book at all is a bad call. But whatever. They, like I said, they don't know how to handle her, and I'm not looking forward to Harleen, even though I picked up issue 1. So, all in all, there's not much more. In the end, I'm going to spoil it. Did Batman kill the Joker? Is Joker alive or dead? Did the Joker kill Batman? Is Batman alive or dead? We don't know. We don't know. That's it. It's a weird mess with no answer. And the strange thing is, you don't have to have an answer. Like, I loved Cloverfield. You don't have to know where the monster came from, but you have to enjoy the journey. And the journey was a beautifully illustrated mess. And I really can't blame Brian, because from what I heard, editorial just kept coming in and wanting things in this book. And that's never good. So, anyhow, there's one of his flashbacks to young Bruce. And then they just made no sense. So that's my damned review. Batman Damned. It's a stinker. All right, folks. Go read a good comic.